Hello, welcome back to Conscious Evolution. Give me a second here. I lost track of time. All right, let me get all set shaded here. So I believe we're on. That's cold. I believe we're on chapter 18. How you guys doing again today? My plans changed. I was supposed to go out to eat somewhere today for Thanksgiving, and it didn't work out. So I ended up just staying home, and now this is my third live today. I'll be out yet. It's funny how things work out sometimes. All right, so chapter 18 is Disregard That Love Affair with Suffering. Again, this is Solomon Speaks. If you don't have the book, I strongly recommend getting it. And, excuse me, there's a link below for that. Check it out. And check out all the other links and all the other fun stuff. And, yeah. Anyways. Your life is that which is. It is there to guide the spiritual force through those with whom you work. This force will allow them the flexibility they've lacked in the past. Your judgment has to be removed, and you must approach the healing session as purely as possible. As much as you can, remove yourself cerebrally and become a clear path for that energy to flow through. In actuality, we see it as light, but it is of a different sight. It's hard to explain. It's really vibrational. It's more of a vibration. Light is a vibration. That which flows through you vibrates in a light form. Its vibration creates the light. It's a nuclear reactor glows. It's as a nuclear reactor glows. It's the vibration. There are different vibrations of the same source, very much as if you hit a note on a piano and you are tuning it at the same time. There's one vibration that is going to be pleasing in that realm of adjustment. It hits the energy force. Often, what you are doing when channeling energy is experimenting in adjusting the vibrational level so it's compatible with the person with whom you are working, harmonious, so that it can come in and be part of that entity. The light is a byproduct of that harmony. It is that energy. Hold on. As it vibrates and emanates light. The light is a byproduct of the vibration of energy that is channeling through you. It's the byproduct. When people say they use the light for healing, it's like saying, I use smoke to charge a locomotive. The smoke is a byproduct. The energy releases the smoke. The energy, the vibrational pattern, releases the light. We think about the light as the source because it's something we can hold on to. We feel it's solid, but in essence, it is the vibration. It's that energy flow. It releases the light in the process. If you see colors, the color there is a byproduct, as is the sound. Trying to visualize the colors does not enhance the experience. That is a very artificial exercise that is not in touch. It removes you from the process rather than letting the process happen. You will feel it come through you. And once you totally remove your mind from the process, that will be a natural byproduct. But if you think in terms of white light, you feel that is what is optimal in your healing process. Thinking white light is not going to create it any more than thinking a table should catch fire is going to ignite it. You can think for as long as you may want to, but once you allow it to ignite from within, in terms of the energy igniting from within, that reveals the light that comes through. In terms of people seeing colors, it's very individual. The white light obviously has been and will continue to be a healing light. That is the pure energy that is manifest. Now, in terms of other colors, it's what is not white. It is what is stopping the light. Oftentimes, when colors appear, they are manifestations of negative forces or energies that are interfering. The light that is white is what is right in terms of where energy transfer continues. It is that which is pure, but is the most focused form of energy as it appears through you. It comes through you, that energy, that white light. It is coming from their lives. Those images are from their lives. And if it's not a pleasant experience for them, that is why they need to change it. It's like when you throw up to heal yourself. You are regurgitating unhealthy material. In this state of healing, oftentimes people are throwing up bad images that are a part of them. Yeah. And they are purging themselves of that energy. It's like your white energy goes in and it needs to displace a different kind of negativity in them that stops them from the healing process. So what they expel are images. You're replacing that with your good energy. Your good energy is replacing those things. And they are throwing up negative images that need to be removed from their lives. So, in that place, it is a healing process. Explaining healing is a very complicated issue because there are two partners in a healing process. There is a partner, as you are, the healing practitioner. And then there is the person who will be named a patient or client who is coming to be healed. Now, if patients are at a vibrational level that will not allow the energy to permeate their existence, there's nothing that can heal them. Their process is closed down. It is as much their process in the healing. You have to have a partner to heal. It's not a simple one sided, here come to my light, I'm going to heal you. It doesn't work that way. It's not there to open their lives up. And if they allow their lives to be open, then the music can be heard. But many people's processes with disease are allowing themselves to open up their lives to hear the music. They need to go through a process. We cannot spare people from pain. We cannot spare people from the difficulties they'll undergo because it is part of their process to learn from it. But if they come to a point where they believe that they will allow themselves to be healed, that's where you appear. You connect with that willingness to change their lives. They have come to the point where they are willing and open to change. It is a very difficult point for people to arrive at. It takes a great deal of soul searching, especially when one has encountered life crippling disease. So it is a partnership. And unless both of those harmonies are in rhythm, it cannot become whole. It is as if you have a gift and you say, here, do you want it? And some people see the gift as gold. Those who find it as gold will embrace it. Those who find it as manure will discard it. It's up to the person who comes to you to be able to perceive the value of the energy that is coming to them. Their life must perceive it. If you feel a positive flow come through you, that is accomplishing good. If you don't feel that, then there is something that isn't flowing properly. It's experimental, or it's what is that word? It's experiential. It's experimental. You will find those avenues where it will feel better for you. Again, it's process. You need to follow the process and experiment. But there is something you feel. I need to make this point. As well, at times you might even hear tones or pressure in your ears. Your experience of those sounds is a residual effect of energies passing through you. They are residue of that which you are accomplishing. They are not part of the process. They are resultant from the process. Those are fancy words. In other words, Where there is fire, there is smoke. Smoke exists because of fire. Fire does not stop the fire from happening. These are vibrational patterns that are the release of energy passing through you. They are the hallmark of the particular focus. If you hold the tone or allow the tone to get really loud, it is not enhancing or interfering with the work. It's doing neither. What it is the release of energy as it passes through you. It's like a sonic boom. The breaking of the barrier happens first. The sound comes from that. If there's a fire and you put your attention on the smoke may appear to increase or decrease according to your perception, what you choose to perceive. If you obsess about anything, it becomes larger in its nature and scope. For instance, if you're trying to fall asleep and you hear water dripping in the bathroom, in the realm of everyday existence, it's negligible. But when you obsess upon it, it becomes thunderous in your ear. It's about processing and letting go. The attention shouldn't be on the sound, but on clearing your mind to allow the energy to flow through you. You may hear the resultant energy sound resonate in your body on various levels, depending upon the nature of the energy and where it is going. That is not to say that energy will always sound this way or will always produce an audible sound. You are dealing with very different individual beings every time you work with them. They each come to you with their own sound, as it were, the sound of their life. So as your energy intermingles with theirs, there is a natural harmonic overtone resultant from the energies being passed through one another, or passed through together. Now, in some people, it may be very discordant, depending upon where their energy is and where it is tuned. Your job is not to concentrate on the sound as much as it is to clear yourself to allow the energy to pass through you. Sometimes a pushing or pulling sensation might also move through you and your client. There is, in various clients, a resistance to energy coming to their lives. It's like a protective layer that surrounds many individuals, which stops them from allowing certain influences into their life. Oftentimes, when you provide that energy, you are pushing through a wall to reach that person, and they, in turn, feel the pressure of your energy entering into their life force. So that really is process more than result. In various individuals, this wall is very transparent because they are very open and they have come to you with open hearts. But there are those, even though on a physical, superficial level they intend to have their lives healed, have a great deal of negativity underlying this veneer of semblance of wanting to be healed. There are many of those who come to you who still very much want to suffer, and suffering is part of their existence. Your force is asking them to disregard that love affair with suffering. It's very difficult for some people to release that from their lives. It's who they are. This is a very difficult point for some people to handle, that some people need to suffer to learn. But some people feel that suffering is their punishment instead of their opportunity. Hmm. Your energies are embedding and flowing due to the fluctuation of your own innate life force. This force needs to become more rhythmic within your life. You need to attune yourself to your environment and the people with whom you work. Your force is only as strong as the acceptance level of the patient or client you're dealing with. If their doors are open, then your force will flow freely through you to them. If there's negativity in the area, in their aura, as it were, it acts as a shield and it diffuses your flow. It is not able to penetrate that very real shield that is created around them. So your energy is only as forceful as those who allow it to enter into their lives. The law of negativity they manifest to keep them closed off needs to be addressed and not necessarily by you. Interesting. Very interesting. It's very much about healing. specifically about letting energy flow through your life. And this is another reason you can't be results oriented when you're doing this healing work, because it's up to that person, your client, your patient, to open or to walk through the doors. Your job is just to open the doors. It's up to them whether they walk through it or not. Like they said, some people want to continue suffering. They don't want to let that go. Could be for a multitude of reasons. It's not for us to decide, and maybe not up to us to address that in their lives. When they're ready, they will address that, if they are ever ready. They may not ever address it. They may just keep that veil up, that wall up their whole life. I know people like that. It talks a lot about the colors, the white light, seeing colors. If you see colors, the color is a byproduct. Trying to visualize colors does not enhance the experience. So that's like, if you're having a healing and then you're involved in the healing, and then there's another part of you that's kind of sitting off to the side evaluating the sensations of the healing session and how it all feels, evaluating if it's working or not. Like, you're not fully immersed into that situation, into that healing session, if you are also trying to analyze it at the same time. Like, you really got to let go and just fully be in that now moment and embrace that healing session if you are having a session facilitated to you. Now, this is talking about more of the facilitator and how I think correlates what they said earlier in the book. Don't be results oriented, because it's not up to you. You can't control the results of the healing sessions. You can only open that door. They have to walk through it. But a lot of people are closed down. A lot of people may think they want healing, outwardly express they want healing, but inside they haven't healed any core wounds, and they have that barrier skepticism up, where that's just their defense mechanism. They really aren't done suffering yet. They haven't hit their bottom, so to speak. They have that addiction to the pain. So it sounds odd and it can be hard to believe for some, but people are absolutely addicted to pain. And just like you're addicted to anger and addicted to fear, or addicted to shopping, or addicted to sex, it's every single one of us has an addiction. Everyone. That's really what I got out of this. I had a client once that I did a healing session for in Brazil. I think it was Brazil. She was really shut down, and I knew it, but it didn't stop me from trying. I did a free healing session for her, and she asked a lot of questions, and during the session she didn't feel anything. She didn't have any experience. And then afterwards she's like, well, I knew nothing was going to happen, because it would take a really experienced healer to get through the energies here in Brazil. They're really bad. It's really bad here. This is all in the streets and this and that. And I just knew right then that that was her perception. She wasn't ready. And a few conversations later, she actually said that. She's like, well, I guess for now I'll just watch your channel and watch your videos, and just sit back and watch. I'm not gonna. She wasn't ready. She wasn't open to the healing. That was the only person I've experienced that had no experience whatsoever. Nothing. It was interesting, but then had a handful of reasons why she thought that she didn't have an experience. But she probably went into the healing session thinking those thoughts and resisting and holding on to that pain she wasn't ready to let go of yet. It's not your job to make the people ready. It's your job to open the door all the way and give them the opportunity to walk through it or not. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me here today. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the notification button, check out all the links down in this general vicinity down there, and be the change you want to see in this world. I love each and every one of you, and you're welcome, Green Heart Goddess. Love you. Bye-bye.